kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes. But, man, you love a QB that on 3rd down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest, get the 1st down, move the sticks, so then you can make the big play later on in this drive.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On target. At the 35, he's got room. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Jackson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Johnson wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Iamaleava throws to the tight end, and that one's incomplete. And the Bruins come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. The offense changing the play. 3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Makes the grab in their space. Rimmed out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The run inside. It's Knight. Got a little grass. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Here's Ncaac to throw. Pulls it in. It's Knight. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Might be changing the route. Play fake, Ncaac. Pressure coming. On target to the left. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it. It's Knight. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Great. So let's go.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun on third down, Ncaac. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That last completion left them just inches short. Now will they take a shot on second down? He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
He's going to run it across the 45. There he goes. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. And the Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Johnson looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Blow. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Safe completion on the screen. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
To the air. It's Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but There are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking for a crease. It's Knight. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Iamaleava. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground with the counter. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They go right back to him. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Turning it on. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. At the 45 on his way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Johnson wants to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Looking to throw again. Uncorks one. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Find my guys quickly. Know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Wants to pass. Touchdown, Wildcats. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25. Stopped at the 26. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Ncaac to throw. Oh, they're after him. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back because that was a touchdown and he dropped it.
One more snap coming before halftime. Saying in the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. Looking for room at the 40. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 21 team, the Houston Cougars.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there.
And it's Kennesaw State with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Ncaac. Trying to escape and get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Third down in the gun, Ncaac. Looking deep. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on fourth down. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The defense gets a fourth down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Running inside. It's Knight. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Might be calling a hot route. Ncaac fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Grab behind the line. It's Oakland. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Looking for space, it's Jackson. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Better find the airport. plugged. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Kansas State will have to punt it away. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a gap. It's Knight. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. They give it to him again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava fires into traffic. It's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Johnson looking to throw. It's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Iamaleava on the play action. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about... Go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here's Ncaac to throw. Under fire. He's going to try to get it all here. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. His 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. He wants to change this route. Movement on the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun on 3rd down, Ncaac. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there, the linebacker covering serious ground. The Bruins will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Escapes the pressure going right. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Throwing, Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Knight. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback gets past the marker. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
Iamaleava. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. 3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. 4th down, Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
It was a massive missed opportunity failing on that 4th down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it to the right. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'll try the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. And now they'll be able to stop the clock just one more time. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Ncaac to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
95-96, French. 95-96, ready. Ready, go.
Play fake, Nico Ncaac. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come